before, I go meet my maker.
So with help from his family, a video on YouTube, a story on KTRK, a local radio station, 104.1, agreed it was finally time.
It has been 54 years since it was recorded.
Christmas is here. The dream is coming true right now.
Let's do it.
And right there in the studio, Johnny.
Thank you. It's happened.
Thank you.
How do you feel?
I feel wonderful.
As the song goes, Christmas is here for Johnny. We love it, Johnny, and now millions more have heard it tonight. Good night.
Thank you for making World News Tonight with David Muir, America's most watched newscast.
KITV4's Maleko McDonald, weekdays on Good Morning Hawaii.
On KITV4 Island News Tonight. Big problems for the Honolulu Zoo. After losing its accreditation, the city auditor highlights major concerns involving some big money. An officer-involved shooting near Pearl Ridge today. The suspects on the loose.
Fearing for his life, the officer discharged his firearm.
We'll tell you why police opened fire. More concerns registered by citizens using Handyvan for transportation.
They fix one problem, then it goes good, and then you have to fix it again, so we have to stop that now.
As expected, surf's up along North and West Shores, and when that happens, big crowds means big business for many.
It's a bucket list item for people.
Now, from Honolulu, for all of Hawaii, this is KITV4 Island News.
First, you're taking a live look there on the H1 freeway headed west. That's near Kapolei tonight. Some residual backup there after hundreds of used medical syringes spilled onto the roadway about 4:45 this afternoon.
First responders believe that someone disposing of medical waste accidentally dropped them. This was near the Campbell Industrial Park off-ramp. The far left lane off the freeway was closed during cleanup, but Honolulu police say all lanes have been reopened. An audit of the Honolulu Zoo found problems with finances, maintenance, and staffing. Good evening, I'm Mika Miyashima.
And I'm Tom George in for Brenton Awa tonight. The Honolulu Auditor's Office this week released its findings of that survey that was done about 2 years ago. It cites a lack of control and monitoring for allocated funds and gifts, finding that the zoo overstated nearly $300,000 in contributions. It also found that the facility's staffing shortages resulted in more than $760,000 in overtime over that 2-year period. It also found the zoo lacked proper maintenance. Honolulu Mayor Kirk Caldwell says most of those problems have since been corrected and that the city will improve its future management policies. That review was conducted after the zoo lost its accreditation in 2016. It's now going through the process to get reaccreditation.
There was an officer-involved shooting near Pearl Ridge early this morning.
And that suspect is still on the loose right now. With all the details on what happened, KITV4's TJ Horgan joining us live from the Honolulu Police Department. TJ, you've been on top of this story all day. TJ, what can you tell us?
Mika, Tom, earlier this afternoon right here at HPD, Chief Susan Ballard told us that a regular traffic stop quickly turned in to the driver of that car almost running over a police officer, and that is when shots were fired.
We have opened a first-degree attempted murder investigation.
At 5:50 Wednesday morning, an officer caught a driver going twice the legal speed limit. He followed the car down a dead-end road, threw on the blues, got out of his car, and was ready to conduct a routine traffic stop. But that driver had something else in mind.
The vehicle then immediately accelerated towards the officer, narrowly missing him. Fearing for his life, the officer discharged his firearm.
The officer's a 13-year veteran of the force and luckily wasn't injured. The suspect got away.
And we're asking anyone with information to call police or Crime Stoppers.
Minutes later, the car that almost killed the officer turned up near the Pearl Ridge Center.
Shortly after, officers were called to a suspicious vehicle. A witness observed 2 males fleeing the area on foot.
A suspect and a key witness are on the loose and possibly injured.
The driver's side window was shattered from the round, but we are unknown at this time if there's any injuries to the suspect.
Pearl Ridge Elementary School was locked down following this incident, but was reopened hours later. The Honolulu Police Department told me today there have been 7 officer-involved shootings so far this year compared to 12 in 2018. For now, live at the Honolulu Police Department, TJ Horgan, KITV4 Island News.
Happening now on the Big Island. Highway 11 in Mountain View is closed in both directions due to a traffic accident. Big Island police report it happened just before 3:30 this afternoon near the 13-mile marker in Puna. Drivers can use Stainback Highway and North Kulani Road as alternate routes.
All right, back here on Oahu, a heads up. We know a lot of people heading to the North Shore today, and there were some shark warning signs that were posted at Haleiwa Beach Park today after a 12-foot-long tiger shark was spotted aggressively chasing after a turtle. Now, it happened about 25 feet from the shore. Ocean safety crews cleared the water and warned beachgoers. They'll check again tomorrow, the water there, to see if it's safe again.
Looking with the North Shore, we're taking a live look at the surf off Haleiwa on Oahu's North Shore. Big waves today.
Yeah, that's what we love to see. And KITV4's meteorologist Pete Caggiano has our first forecast tonight. Pete, a lot of people heading up there for those waves, and you said upwards of 25 feet, right?
Yeah, it could be over 25 feet. We could be talking about some spots maybe as high as 30 feet. So this is a very big swell, one of the biggest swells we've seen so far for the season, if not the biggest. Of course, we'll have bigger swells as we head later in the season, but this one is quite a large one. So seas at 10, but when those seas at 10 feet hit the reefs, we get waves 15, maybe up to 25, and we have more energy moving in. So open seas coming in right around 15 feet in some locations. And again, when those waves hit reefs, we get an upward motion that causes even bigger waves, and we're expecting potentially in some spots up to 30 feet. So the National Weather Service has issued a high surf warning for North Shores at 15 to 30, but heads up on West Shores as well. A lot of times when we have these big swells, we actually see more rescues sometimes on the West Shores because people think it's a little bit lower, maybe it's a little bit more manageable, but still very dangerous. So West Shores 15 to 20. Again, if you're not an experienced surfer or waterman, you want to stay out of the water there. We'll continue to watch these big waves moving in. We have small craft advisories in effect for boaters, and we're also tracking some higher rain chances on the way. We'll track that rain and the surf coming up a little bit later. Tom and Mika.
And, you know, if you're not a pro, don't want to go out there. But, I mean, if you are a pro for the adventure, I mean, this is what people come from all around the world for. And right now, thousands of people on the North Shore this winter for all the different surfing competitions that have been taking place. Pretty exciting stuff.
That's right. And they're paying big bucks just to watch the professionals ride the waves. KITV4's Eddie Dowd spent the day talking to visitors who traveled far just to see the competition. He joins us live from Haleiwa tonight. Eddie.
That's right. The general manager for these competitions tells me every day they have thousands of spectators who come out to catch the action that's going out here on the waves.
It's a bucket list item for people.
Kenny Carson loves surfing so much that he's spending 10 grand to leave Florida for a 2-week vacation on Oahu's North Shore.
You know, to see the waves in person, you know, our first trip to Hawaii, and also to see the Pipe Masters at the same time. It's like, you know, 2 birds, 1 stone. Carson is not alone. The World Surf League puts on the 8 weeks of competition, estimating the event brings in more than $50 million to the state economy.
5,000 or 6,000 people on the beach, but when the day ends, you know, the restaurants and the stores and that sort of thing will be making out. And like I said, it takes a community, and this is one of the greatest communities professional surfing has in the world.
Rachel and Dean Fleming traveled from New Zealand to visit the Aloha State. They say in 1 week they will probably spend about $1,400 on food and drinks alone, some of it here on the North Shore.
We're looking forward to seeing the big waves.
Yeah, it's big surf today.
You know, Hawaii is one of the most coveted destinations in the world, and the North Shore is in a league of its own, really. The waves that we have, as you can see today, don't really get anywhere better on the planet.
But even though the visit can come with a large price tag, visitors say the experience is priceless. Now, these competitions will go on until December 20th. Now, my name's Eddie, and I know the saying is Eddie would go, but after seeing these surfers out on the water, I don't think there's ever going to be a chance that I can make it out there. Reporting live on the North Shore, Eddie Dowd, KITV4 Island News.
That's right, Eddie, just stay safe out there with those big waves. Well, new at 6, former University City of Hawaii football quarterback Colt Brennan was arrested on suspicion of driving under the influence yesterday. This is his mugshot just released by the Honolulu police. The 36-year-old was arrested just before 7 last night in Kaneohe. This isn't his first DUI arrest. In 2012, he was arrested with more than twice the legal driving limit of alcohol in his system. He went to rehab after that incident.
And new from Kauai, police arrested 3 people this morning for illegally camping at Salt Pond Beach Park. All 3 were released on $50 bail. KPD says it issued multiple verbal and written warnings to those campers before this morning's enforcement. Those who want to camp at the park have to get a permit from the county.
Drivers on Oahu's west side can expect delays on Farrington Highway near the Waianae Mall. Honolulu Board of Water Supply crews repaired a 12-inch water main that broke around 3:30 this morning. But the right westbound lane of the highway is still closed as crews work to repave that road. 4 customers were without water for most of the day, but service was restored around 4:45 this afternoon.
A 31-year-old Big Island man has been charged with assault and abuse of a family member stemming from a domestic violence incident on December 4th. Court documents show Zodais Medeski is accused of beating a 31-year-old woman while she was driving. The alleged victim suffered multiple cuts to her face, 2 black eyes, and a broken nose. Medeski is being held on a $14,000 bail.
The U.S. is shifting more focus on Micronesian nations.
Coming up on KITV4 Island News, there's hope of extending the current treaty before another country swoops in. That's the hot topic in this week's edition of Civil Beat. And in mixed martial arts, it's fight week for Hawaii's Max Holloway. Brandy Higa joining us live from the newsroom with more.
That's right, Tom. He's defending his UFC featherweight belt for the 4th time. Waianae's Max Holloway is in Las Vegas this week. We'll hear from him ahead about this weekend's bout against Alexander Volkanovski. That's coming up during KITV4 Island Sports.
And still ahead, frustrations grow for residents using Handyvan. We'll tell you what problems some longtime users say need to be addressed. We'll be right back.
American bakers in a faraway land. With hopes Paul Hollywood would soon shake their hand. The action, the drama, cakes, breadsticks and pie. All bets are off when the stakes are this high. Don't miss the Great American Baking Show tomorrow at 9 on ABC.
Hi, I'm Dr. Stephen Rhee of the Hawaiian Eye Center. I enjoy working with my patients to make a real difference in their lives.
My eyes before kind of blurry. Dr. Rhee fixed my eyes. I can read good, I feel good, and I see them bright. Thank you so much. Thank you to Dr. Rhee.
At Hawaiian Eye Center, we help our patients see better with personalized quality care. Come see us at Hawaiian Eye Center.
Holiday shopping just got easier with the one gift that always fits. Never the wrong color, never out of style. Give handed goodness with our classic cookies or our exclusive holiday flavors. Perfect for family, friends, or work. Welcome to the You Nailed It gift. Give aloha from Honolulu Cookie Company.
Go where the contractors go.
I've been doing business with them for 40 years.
Hard Rock Hawaii never makes me feel disposable.
Everybody says hello when you walk in, and I love this place.
I think it's important for me to support you guys because you guys supported me. And that's hard to find nowadays.
Hardware Hawaii in Koloa, Kailua, Kapolei, Mapunapuna. Contractor's choice.
Our members shop a little differently, so we reward every purchase.
Let's see what Kate sent. For you, for all of us. That's for me.
Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
You're watching KITV4 Island News.
Welcome back. Chad Blair from our partners over at Civil Beat joins us now to discuss this week's latest article. Chad, we're talking about the U.S. shifting its focus recently towards the Micronesian nations. Why is this?
Well, it's really for two reasons. One is that China is very interested in getting involved in these three Micronesian nations. But the other main reason is that the U.S. actually has an existing relationship with all three of these nations. And I'll tell you about that. The funding that we have to help support those three nations is actually going to expire pretty soon. What nations am I talking about? We're talking about the Republic of Palau. We're talking about the Marshall Islands. And we're talking about the Federated States of Micronesia, which is home to island states like Chuuk. You've probably heard of Chuuk and Pohnpei and so forth. What we have is what are known as Compacts of Free Associations, COFA. That's the easy acronym to remember. And it's a treaty. But the funding for that treaty runs out in 2023 and 2024. China is looking to maybe fill the vacuum.
And of course, those agreements giving the U.S. military control over those regions there. So without the funding from the U.S., what are we looking at the region looking like? Would they suffer?
It could be a pretty serious economic impact, particularly for the Marshall Islands and for some of the states like Chuuk in the FSM. Palau, not as much, but we are talking about tens of millions of dollars that get there annually, and they're supporting public education, helping to build things, helping with social services, health services. These three nations, particularly FSM and the Marshalls, have struggled to become economically self-sufficient. So if that money drops out, the trust funds that are in place to take over probably are not going to generate anywhere near the same kind of revenue they get from U.S. funding.
And so far, there hasn't really been much in terms of negotiations, right? And in a way, the article mentions that the U.S. is kind of playing catch up to China.
Yeah, China is definitely looking at the region. If anybody follows China at all, they know about those artificial islands they're building in the South China Sea. They have a strong interest in the Pacific. Concerning Micronesia, those negotiations with the COFA nations will not start probably until next year. But the Trump administration is paying a greater focus on these areas. President Trump actually met with the leaders, the presidents of all three of those nations, and sent Secretary of State Mike Pompeo to the region. So that shows you how serious they are. But China has really been playing a pretty big role. They're spending money, they're paying for scholarships, they're giving loans, they're looking at building casinos. They even are helping build some government residence in Micronesia.
So right now we have control over that, but that could change, like you mentioned, if China does swoop in. Now, Hawaii Congressman Ed Case actually weighed in with his thoughts on all of this, and he was talking about also how Hawaii could have some direct impacts from China.
Right, and this is why it's so important for KITV to have this story. Case does think that the treaties, the COFA treaties, should be renegotiated. We have neglected that part of the world. But here in Hawaii, don't forget that we are home to at least, and the counts vary, but 12 to 15,000 Micronesian immigrants, COFA migrants as we call them, that live here. Well, a lot of them are doing great. They're self-sustaining, they're paying taxes, they're contributing. Some need help, particularly for health care and for education, and it's in the tens of millions every single year. So Case says if you are going to renegotiate COFA, you better spend a lot more money in Hawaii so that we can help reimburse our cost. The federal government just does not help very much at all.
And like you mentioned, those expiration dates, 2023 and 2024, so coming up pretty soon.
Yes, it is.
Well, thank you so much, Chad Blair, for being here today. If you'd like to catch more of his work and his colleagues' work, you can head over to civilbeat.org.
Yeah, definitely an important topic with a large Micronesian population here in Hawaii. And to receive the Civil Beat's free morning email newsletter, you can just text the word civil to 66866. All right, well, starting this weekend, the Central Maui landfill will be open Sundays for residential green waste disposal only. Maui County Mayor Michael Victorino says it's something he's wanted to do for a while, especially for residents who clean their yards over the weekends. Sunday hours will be 6 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon. Right now, there is no fee. Well, changes could be coming to missile threat alerts. Coming up on KITV4 Island News, we'll tell you who the responsibility of sending out a notification could shift to. And surf, not the only thing heading to the islands. Peak clouds and some rain could be on the way as well.
Yeah, checking in with the cold front. Changes, so we saw a lot of sunshine today, but some clouds on the way, and we're actually going to watch the trade winds return with the potential for some spots to see some scattered showers. We'll tell you when coming up. But first off, we're actually going to take you out to the windward side. This is our Windward Mall cam. We're looking at live at Kaneohe, and you can see some low-level clouds coming up. We'll let you know when those showers can move in. Plus, we're checking in on some of the big waves we saw on the North Shore. We'll take you there after the break.
KITV4 Island News, sponsored by Hawaii Honda Dealers.
Yes.
holidays is on now. Unwrap the joy of a new pilot from the 2019 KBB.com Best Overall Brand.
That's all right.
It's the Miller Lite Tastes All Right Pauhana Series.
Welcome to Hawaii's newest modern Asian bistro, DB Grill. We're open for lunch, dinner, and happy hour. Indulge in modern Asian dishes with Korean flair. Try our signature kalbi, duck fat fried rice, beef bone stew, and much, much more. If you're looking for the place for pauhana on the west side, then look no further than DB Grill. Come visit us in the Kapolei Commons.
Check it out on kitv.com/pauhana.
No matter what your age is, you can take a moment to brighten someone's life. And it all starts with the power of a healthy smile. And HDS, Hawaii's first and leading dental plan.
Unapologetic confidence starts with beautiful skin. Don't hesitate. First wax on us.
Wherever you go, KITV4 Island News goes with you. Get updated news, traffic, and weather on your mobile devices at KITV.com or download the KITV News and Weather app now. Sponsored by Hawaii State FCU. Always right by you.
Wow, our team's lucky to have Amy. I'm so glad we're all chipping in to buy her that massage. Here's my 20. Mine too.
Here's mine. Uh-oh.
Dad, just use your phone.
Right.
Introducing Zelle, another way Bank of Hawaii is making life simple by making it safe and easy to send
Got it.
and receive money.
Oh!
Bank of Hawaii, welcome to tomorrow.
KITV4 Island News, sponsored by Bank of Hawaii.
And we're going to take you to the North Shore today. This is some video from earlier today. Some large waves moving in. We had high surf warnings in effect. A few surfers out there, but we're going to see even bigger waves as we head into our Thursday. And there is potential for waves to be topping 25 to 30 feet. So some huge waves here. These are large. They're well over 15 feet in some locations, face scale, but we'll have even bigger waves on the way. So we're going to check in with that camera again as we head into tomorrow. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. And the reason why we're expecting bigger waves is we watch the buoys, and when the swell maxes on our one buoy that's just northwest of Kauai, that's when we know some big stuff is coming. And we've got 18-foot seas right now. We're actually at 4 p.m., so that was the swell max, and that is all now getting closer to the islands. As that swell does move in, it's going to hit the reefs, and those reefs kind of shoot those waves up, create bigger waves, and we could be talking about overnight 20, maybe up to 25, and then into tomorrow, waves could be close to 30 feet as those reefs again kind of push the water, nowhere to go but up, and that's why we see those bigger waves right near the shoreline. 25 to 30 footers for the North Shore expected for tomorrow, 15 to 20 for West Shore. The peak likely will happen overnight and early in the morning. So if you want to see the biggest waves, get out there in the morning hours. But this is a powerful enough swell. The big ones generally are that'll last well into the afternoon hours. So likely the biggest in the morning, but even in the afternoon should be pretty big. West Shore is also big, 15 to 20. These are both dangerous, life-threatening waves if you are in them. So if you're not experienced, just kind of watch them from the shoreline. 1 to 3 for east, 1 to 2 on south shores. Right now, a couple showers, not a whole lot, but we've seen a few light showers along windward sections, so we'll keep an eye on this. Most of it's offshore, but a few light rains kind of hovering near Kaneohe, and we had some light rain over towards Waimanalo as well. Into Kauai, looking dry. Maui County, not much. And the Big Island right now, relatively dry. Our next front approaches tomorrow most of us are dry tomorrow. We'll start to see some extra clouds in the afternoon. Could see a hit and miss shower late today, mainly for Kauai. Oahu, maybe a light shower for leeward sections by the late afternoon, but most of it holds off until Friday. Friday is when the front kind of stalls to our north and west. We'll see some hit and miss scattered showers, not a washout, but just a little bit better chance of a rain shower. A lot of cloud cover as well for Friday, and some of those light showers, moderate rains could linger into Saturday. The good news is trades are going to be back and they'll build in over the weekend. For tomorrow, though, partly cloudy. Big Island, not bad, 83 degrees there. We'll be at 85. Kahului, lots of sunshine from Maui County. Here in Oahu, we start out sunny. Late day, the clouds start to build. Could see an isolated shower in leeward sections. Kauai looking at some increasing clouds and some scattered showers possible. 69 degrees for your low for tonight. We'll get down to up to 84 for tomorrow. Light and variable winds. Excuse me. And as we head into our upcoming week, we are looking at breezy weather for our Friday. Into Saturday, maybe a scattered shower. And then on Sunday, we dry out. Sunday's probably the best day of the weekend. Saturday's not bad, but Sunday looking dry and nice with highs in the middle 80s.
All right, thanks, Pete. Looking at some breezy conditions coming up. Well, check out this new video tonight of a close whale encounter off Maui today. This video taken by Captain Tim Francis during a tour about 2 miles off La Perouse Bay off Maui's south shore. An adult humpback whale and its calf were having fun around 8 o'clock this morning. Whale season runs through May. Check that out.
That's wild. I hope the tour guide got a good tip for that one, because sometimes you go out, you see nothing, but I mean, that's as good as it gets.
Awesome to get that.
All right, well, we got a sports sign with Brandy Hegan. We got a whale of a fight on our hands, right?
That's right.
Hawaii's Max Holloway will try to defend his belt this week.
That's right. The UFC title holder is in the fighting capital of the world this week, the home to prime venues, and of course the UFC Performance Institute. But Max explains why he doesn't spend more time there. It's coming up after the break. Plus, surf was up at Pike. KITV 4 Island Sports is next.
The other teams don't have what we have. I'm talking about our dedication, our willingness to get out there, walk the communities, talk to individuals.
You had to put in the work behind the scenes, whether it's making the calls, going out into the community, and actually hearing those people's stories.
We are Hawaii. Hawaii is our home.
This segment is sponsored by Navian Hawaii, formerly Hospice Hawaii.
For 40 years, Hospice Hawaii has provided expert hospice care to patients at the end of life. Now we're adding integrated care, a new service that delivers specialized help to patients with serious illnesses before hospice care is needed. As we expand our services, our name will also be changing to Navian Hawaii, now providing care for every life journey.
Viaggio Restaurant is located on the corner of Kapiolani and Ward across from the Blaisdell Center. Welcome to Viaggio, open Tuesday through Sunday with happy hour from 4 to 6 and dinner from 5 p.m. Join Chef Rodney Uehara for his Italian-inspired cuisine with a special Hawaiian flair. Viaggio uses only the freshest local seafood, farm-to-table vegetables, pastas, steaks, and so much more. Make your next special night at Viaggio Restaurant. Call 592-8881 for reservations. Grazie mille.
Rent returns in an electrifying 20th anniversary tour. Experience this groundbreaking masterpiece today, December 24th through 29th at the Blaisdell Center. Tickets on sale at BroadwayandHawaii.com.
Ace Auto Glass. Today's cars are often equipped with blind spot monitors, auto braking, and lane drift safety systems. When your windshield is replaced, these safety systems need to be recalibrated to work properly. Ace Auto Glass certified technicians use the most advanced calibration equipment to perform the job right. Trust Ace Auto Glass, Hawaii's leader in windshield replacement since 1975.
When you think of glass, think Ace Auto Glass.
Aloha and welcome aboard. With Hawaiian Airlines, you feel at home on every flight. We treat you like family, so of course, we serve you a complimentary meal. We seat you together and make sure you're comfortable. The spirit of Hawaii is in everything we do. Hawaii flies with us. We are proud to celebrate 90 years of serving the islands.
It's fight week for Hawaii's UFC world champion. Good evening, I'm Randy Higa. And as Max Holloway will put his featherweight world title on the line for the 4th time this weekend when he takes on Alexander Volkanovski. And there's a reason why I called Max Hawaii's champion. With the opportunity to move to bigger cities like New York, Las Vegas, the fighting capital, or Los Angeles, Max has made it a point to live, train, fight for, even eat from the same town he grew up in.
You know, when you sit back and you look back, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm just a kid. I'm just a kid, still a kid in Waianae. I still live in Waianae. Everybody tell me, what? You live here? How long you home? I do my training camps here. Everything is here. The only time I leave is when I got to go do the press conference. You guys see me, but it's usually for like 30 hours, 24 to 30 hours, and I come right back to train. And then we leave for the fights, and we come back. Everything is here, homegrown, local grown. I eat from my aina over here in my backyard, Mau Farms, and it's great. You know, it's great. I'm not supposed to be here.
Max versus Volkanovski at UFC 245 for the featherweight world title is this Saturday in Las Vegas. Main card gets going at 5 p.m. Hawaii time. And in surf, day 2 called on today at this year's Pipe Masters. Just a day after returning to his first contest since suffering a knee injury, North Shore native and 2-time world champ John Florence won his round 3 heat today, got a 9.7. Remember, 10 is the highest score you can get. He combined that with an 8.8, keeping his chances alive to win this contest, but more importantly, qualify for next year's Olympic Games.
Waves are absolutely pumping right now, and it's just so clean and perfect out there. And I don't know, I feel like I'm just like warming up and getting back into things, and so excited to be getting barreled again.
Also in the hunt for the remaining provisional Olympic qualification slot to represent the U.S. is 11-time world champ Kelly Slater. Surf seems like it'll deliver. Contest could resume tomorrow. Been an impressive start to the year for the UH women's basketball team. For the first time in 6 years, Rainbow Wahine have beaten 2 Power 5 teams. Last week, a win over Texas. This week, Bows down Washington on the road. And as head coach Lara Beeman explains, improvements for this 2019 squad aren't just coming in the form of X's and O's.
The mentality part is you have to maintain the confidence. You know, it's really funny, and I think in life, people in general, you do all these great things and you feel good about yourself, and then one small thing comes up and it's not exactly what you wanted, and you're the worst person in the world, right? So it's reminding these guys of their body of work, not just the flash in the pan moment of, okay, so we didn't play well against Oregon State. Let's look at our body of work this year. And more times than not, we've done some really good stuff. Let's dwell on that. Let's be confident in that.
Rainbow Wahine are back in action Sunday versus Hope International, part of a doubleheader with the men's team. Women tip off at 1 p.m. Guys take on Samford at 3:30.
A lot of stuff going on in sports. Awesome to see surf today. Basketball is doing great. And hopefully Max Holloway this weekend.
What I'm looking for is a face-off as well. Press conference face-off with Max Holloway. You know you're always going to get some good one-liners, some good punchlines. Trash talk is one of the best parts of Fight Week.
Yep. All right, thanks, Brandy.
Now, from Honolulu, for all of Hawaii, this is KITV4 Island News.
About 300 used medical syringes spilled onto the H1 freeway during rush hour today.
If you're just joining us, here's our top 4 stories tonight on KITV4 Island News at 6. The Honolulu Fire Department says it happened around 4:45 this afternoon in the westbound lanes. That's near the Campbell Industrial Park off-ramp. First responders believe somebody disposing of medical waste accidentally dropped them. The scene was cleared by 6 o'clock.
Honolulu police are still looking for 2 suspects wanted in connection with an officer-involved shooting in Pearl City this morning. Police tried to pull over a driver for speeding, but when the officer got out of his car, the driver accelerated toward him. The officer opened fire, but the car got away. Police later found the car near Pearl Ridge Center.
Well, former University of Hawaii football quarterback Colt Brennan arrested yesterday in Kaneohe on suspicion of driving under the influence. This is the 36-year-old Brennan's second DUI arrest. He was also arrested back in 2012.
The Honolulu auditor found problems with finances, maintenance, and staffing at the Honolulu Zoo. Among the issues, the zoo overstated nearly $300,000 in contributions. It also found staffing shortages resulted in more than $760,000 in overtime over a 2-year period. Honolulu Mayor Kurt Caldwell says most of the problems have since been corrected.
Well, it's one of the only options our kupuna and disabled have to get around, the handy van. Now, as the city prepares to release its latest audit of the popular program, one longtime rider says more needs to be done to make it better. It's a story you'll see all new tonight. Donald Sakamoto loves getting to live in the same home in Kaneohe he grew up in. But the one drawback of living in the country is getting around.
I have no sidewalks, open road. The bus stop is more than a quarter mile.
It's why Sakamoto relies on Handy Van and its $2 rides around Oahu. He's a regular.
This is where I wait for my van right here, and the van would pull up right in front of me.
But he says sometimes he's been frustrated with the delays. Sometimes other riders are added on to the route, adding time. He says just yesterday he almost missed his trolley of the Honolulu Holiday Lights because his Handy Van was running late in Kaneohe.
The van should have been there at 4:07, then it changed to 4:15, then it stayed at 4:50, but it came at 4:48.
The last audit was in 2016, showing a drop in on-time arrivals. But 3 years later, Sakamoto says more still needs to be done. He says a big issue is the bus's booking system, which is done over the phone.
You keep calling, and you still get the same messages.
He's hoping the latest audit will lead to more changes to make Handy Van's system a little smoother.
It's like a Band-Aid. They fix one problem, then it goes good, and you have to fix it again. So we have to stop that now.
And the City Department of Transportation just got back to us about Sakamoto's concerns. They say they are aware of those problems, and they're working with the Federal Transit Administration to improve the system. And definitely a lot of people that rely on that in, around Oahu, for sure. All right, well, coming up, missile threat alerts could soon come from the federal government.
Lawmakers on Capitol Hill, including Hawaii U.S. Senator Brian Schatz, are pushing for the change to the Authenticating Local Emergencies and Real Threats Act. He says the federal government is always the first to know of a missile threat, so the alert should come from them. This comes after last year's false missile threat in Hawaii, where a state worker triggered mass panic across the state.
And federal employees could soon be getting 12 weeks of paid parental leave. The U.S. House of Representatives today passed its annual defense policy measure, which allocates funds for the program. The benefit would extend to all federal workers, which would be a first in American history. The bill is expected to pass the Senate next week, and President Donald Trump has said he will sign it into law.
Federal Aviation Administration leader Stephen Dixon was in the hot seat today on Capitol Hill. Congress members grilled him about the safety of the Boeing 737 MAX after 2 plane crashes killed hundreds of passengers. ABC's Elena Gomez has the story.
Safety's our highest priority, most important core value.
FAA Administrator Stephen Dixon testifying in front of the House Transportation and Infrastructure Committee Wednesday morning.
Would you be comfortable with a member of your own family flying on a 737 MAX?
Yes, I would have, but that's because I understand how the airplane operates.
The committee alleged that Boeing hid information about safety flaws.
Boeing concealed this flaw from the FAA and operators for more than a year, during which it continued to build and deliver planes.
And arguing that the FAA didn't provide the proper oversight of Boeing when presented with key information on the 737 MAX.
I think there has been too much deference to the manufacturer in this case.
2 Boeing plane crashes in Indonesia and Ethiopia killed 346 people, grounding Boeing 737 MAX planes in March. An FAA risk report found that the first crash was related to a problem with the flight control system, known as MCAS. The report added that there was also a potential for more than 15 fatal crashes over the life of the fleet, around 45 years, if no changes were made to the system.
It is our obligation to where we sit to make sure that no other family has to sit in that corner again. And with that,
Congressman, I would just say I agree with you 100%.
Boeing said they made big changes to the aircraft in question. The FAA says the agency is making changes too, bringing in experts and directly overseeing the recertification process for the 737 MAX. Elena Gomez, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Right, well, check this out. Blue Origin, owned by Amazon's Jeff Bezos, tested out its new Shepard rocket from Texas today. It crossed the boundary, which is considered the edge of space. Wow, today's flight marks the 12th test so far. The company says it could soon be ready to start flying paying customers into space. Pack your bags for your next vacation, I guess. Yeah.
Well, porch pirates, the phrase being used to describe people who steal online orders from people's homes.
Yeah, definitely not fun. And CNN's Meredith Wood shows us how you can keep them away.
The holidays
Holidays are a prime season for criminals as more of us shop for our holiday gifts online. This year, the Postal Service projects 800 million package deliveries between Thanksgiving and New Year's Eve. And according to transportation experts, 15% of all deliveries in urban areas fail to reach customers on the first attempt due to package theft or other issues. Because of that, a growing number of online retailers are offering in-store pickup or ship-to-store options. If you still have online gifts headed to your doorstep, follow these steps to make sure strangers don't walk up to the front door and walk off with your merchandise. Number 1, sign up for delivery updates. The UPS My Choice program sends you updates and drop-off times to keep packages from sitting outside. Number 2, redirect packages to your office instead of your home address. Just make sure your employer is okay with that. Number 3, pick it up at a facility. Even if your packages don't need a signature, you can request they get held at the facility so they don't get left on your stoop. Number 4, pick it up instead. Amazon Locker Delivery, Package Concierge, and UPS Access Point all allow packages to be sent to a secure location. Also, many retailers offer free shipping directly to a nearby store where you can pick up your items. For Consumer Watch, I'm Meredith Wood.
Yeah, definitely want to watch out for those with the holidays coming up. And of course, you can also schedule delivery on a day you know you'll be home, or simply require a signature for your package. I always try and send them to work too. That's another option.
Yeah, all good tips to avoid them being stolen. Well, the impeachment inquiry into President Donald Trump taking a big step forward today.
After the break, as Democrats put forward 2 articles of impeachment, the president calling it ridiculous.
KITV4 Island News, sponsored by Hawaii Honda Dealers.
Yes. Choir, sing. Joy to the world. Come on. Don't stop clapping now. Joy to
Happy Honda Days is on now. Unwrap the joy of a new CR-V, the best-selling CUV over the past decade.
That's all right.
Holiday shopping just got easier. With the one gift that always fits. Never the wrong color, never out of style. Give handed goodness with our classic cookies. Or our exclusive holiday flavors. Perfect for family, friends, or work. Welcome to the You Nailed It gift. Give aloha from Honolulu Cookie Company.
In 1859, King Kamehameha IV and Queen Emma were inspired to build a hospital for the sick. Today, Queens has expanded to meet the growing needs of Hawaii, offering comprehensive heart care, advanced neurological services, a world-renowned cancer center, and Hawaii's only Level 1 trauma center. Caring for our community, the royal legacy continues. The Queens Medical Center, celebrating 160 years.
Gift Aloha is a local company offering some of Hawaii's beloved Oso Ono snacks. Our gift sets are great for all occasions. Mention this ad and you get an additional discount on your order. Start spreading aloha with Gift Aloha. Visit our website today to check out some of our amazing gift sets at www.gift-aloha.com.
So you're ready to buy a new car. You know what you want, but not where to get it. You could start by going here, then here, and even here. But by then, the entire day's nearly gone. Or you can save time and go straight to Hawaii's Auto Mall in Waipio and compare hundreds of vehicles in one location. Think of all the time you'll save. Time you can spend enjoying your new car rather than shopping for it. Get your next car at the Tony Group Autoplex Waipio and experience the difference.
You're watching KITV4 Island News.
Welcome back. Time now 6:41. Want to go right to some breaking news just coming in that we're following out of the Makiki area. The Honolulu Fire Department confirms that it's responding to a building fire at 1121 Wilder Avenue. That's an apartment building there. You're taking a live look at the scene from our tower camera. Again, looks like a lot of lights there, a lot of crews on scene. We do have a crew headed to the scene right now. We'll bring you the latest information as soon as it comes in.
No United States military service members were hurt after a suicide bomber targeted a medical facility in Afghanistan. It happened near Bagram Air Base. That's the main American base north of the Afghan capital. The base itself remained secure and at least 5 Afghans were injured. Police in New Jersey are still looking into a motive behind yesterday's hour-long shootout.
But as CNN's Reed Binion shows us, authorities are looking into whether that attack was motivated by anti-Semitism.
Officers in Jersey City paying tribute to one of their own, Detective Joseph Seals.
He gave his life in the line of duty and in the name of service to his community.
Following the shooting death of Detective Seals, an hours-long standoff some 40 miles north inside a kosher deli, where 2 area mayors are now saying an anti-Semitic hate crime took place.
There is no question that this is a hate crime, and anti-Semitism should be called out aggressively and firmly, immediately, for what it is.
Police say 47-year-old David Anderson and 50-year-old Francine Graham may have started their killing spree by fatally shooting Detective Seals at a cemetery. Anderson and Graham then reportedly drove to the kosher market that police suspect was targeted.
We know that they traveled over a mile deliberately and slowly to this location. We know that they bypassed many targets on the way.
Surveillance video from the Orthodox Jewish news site Yeshiva World News shows the 2 suspects getting out of the U-Haul van, guns drawn, walking towards the kosher market and firing off rounds. Anderson and Graham were among the 5 people killed in that shootout. Wednesday evening, funeral services were held for 2 of the 3 victims. Reed Binion, KITV4 Island News.
Yeah, just awful. And the FBI says an explosive device was found on the back of a stolen U-Haul truck that the shooter drove to that kosher market in New Jersey.
The Inspector General testified before Hawaii U.S. Senator Mazie Hirono and the Senate Judiciary Committee today. Michael Horowitz reiterated that political bias did not motivate the FBI to investigate President Trump's 2016 campaign and potential ties to Russia. He did, though, blast the FBI for the way the agency obtained court-approved surveillance applications in that process. President Trump and Republican allies insist the FBI's former leaders were trying to force him from office.
We did not find documentary or testimonial evidence that indicated political bias or improper motivation influencing his decision to open the investigation.
Everyone should, make sure that whatever they're presenting to the FISA court for authorization for surveillance is what should be presented to the court.
Horowitz also said the FBI failed to meet some of its basic obligations in the 2016 investigation.
President Donald Trump calling the ongoing impeachment inquiry pathetic and ridiculous. ABC's Rachel Scott shows us the articles of impeachment have now been drafted and the debate is now underway.
A fiery debate on Capitol Hill Wednesday night as a sharply divided Washington now braces for a full House vote on impeachment before Christmas.
The abuses, the obstruction of Congress have come from Congress.
If we don't hold the president accountable for it, we will set a catastrophic precedent.
Democrats charging the president abused his power and obstructed Congress. Lawmakers on the House Judiciary Committee working into the night, those 2 articles of impeachment up for debate.
What has our committee, this great committee, come to?
Republicans arguing it's all an effort to overturn the 2016 election.
The big lie that we're hearing perpetrated tonight is one, the end justifies the means. The lie is that the sham impeachment is okay because the threat is so real.
President Trump now likely the 4th president in American history to have articles of impeachment submitted against him, but the first to have it all unfold while campaigning for re-election.
This is the lightest impeachment in the history of our country by far.
But Democrats say this is not a case of partisan politics. After more than 2 months of investigations, Democrats say it's clear Trump committed high crimes and misdemeanors, and they aren't wasting time pushing forward.
If we do not respond to President Trump's abuses of power, the abuses will continue.
Lawmakers on both sides asking their colleagues across the aisle to resist political pressure.
Put aside your partisan politics and don't listen to what Pelosi, Schiff, and Nadler are telling you.
And if the House chooses to impeach the president, we are told Senate Republicans are now eyeing a possible trial of about 2 weeks. Rachel Scott, ABC News, Capitol Hill.
Pretty interesting. All unfolding pretty quickly there in Washington. We'll be sure and keep an eye on that.
Yep.
All right, well, this next one is pretty scary. Big Brother using your home safety against you.
Coming up on KITV4 Island News, how hackers are taking over Ring doorbells to spy on your home. We'll be right back.
Mothers at Kaiser Permanente have an amazing amount of choices. Our goal is to provide women with the best childbirth experience that they can have.
Occasionally, we do have some newborns who need help. That's when the neonatal intensive care unit comes in. We have babies who are born at less than a pound. We are equipped to take care of them.
We are there for you at every step of the way.
When they go home, the joy that I see in that family, it's what I live for, and that's why I do what I do.
Store closing sale at Robert Palma Designs, Hawaii's premier GIA certified fine jeweler. Savings of up to 60% off on engagement rings, wedding bands, loose diamonds, pre-owned luxury watches, rings, bracelets, men's jewelry, and more. Everything must go. We're liquidating our entire inventory at Robert Palma Designs. Just in time for your holiday shopping. Millions of dollars in fine jewelry will be sold at huge savings. Robert Palma Designs, 37th floor in Century Center. Sale starts now.
Viaggio Restaurant is located on the corner of Kapiolani and Ward across from the Blaisdell Center. Welcome to Viaggio, open Tuesday through Sunday with happy hour from 4 to 6 and dinner from 5 p.m. Join Chef Rodney Uehara for his Italian-inspired cuisine with a special Hawaiian flair. Viaggio uses only the freshest local seafood, farm-to-table vegetables, pastas, steaks, and so much more. Make your next special night at Viaggio Restaurant. Call 592-8881 for reservations. Grazie mille.
True crime breaking news. New charges against R. Kelly. Connected with an illegal marriage to a 15-year-old. And his girlfriend, Joycelyn Savage, resurfaces, now defending him. One of his first accusers is here, revealing all she knows. Plus, the horrific tragedy in Pennsylvania. A mom accused of hanging her 2 children, staging their murder to look like a suicide. All new Oz.
Dr. Oz, weekdays on KITV.
ABC Wednesday is full of holiday traditions, from family cards.
The Goldbergs are having a professional photo.
Make it stop! Get it off! To a schooled gift exchange.
If I knew I had a tree, I wouldn't have opened Barry's gift already.
I'm wishing you a Merry Christmas.
From modern goodies.
Help yourself to a gingerbread person. They're both gluten and gender-free.
Isn't they a cutie?
To a single winter wonderland.
We are 1,000 yards away from snow. Wait, is that a snowflake? No, it's just ash.
New tonight on ABC.
You're watching KITV4 Island News.
Welcome back. A heads up for those who have Ring cameras.
Yeah, a couple in Georgia says theirs was hacked.
I can see you in the bed. Come on, wake the up.
Hello, Doogie. Come here, Doogie.
Now that's scary. Those are actually words coming from the suspect himself using their Ring to talk to them. That's pretty scary. The woman, who asked not to be identified, said she and her boyfriend originally installed the camera in the bedroom to try and keep an eye on the dog while they were at work. But Monday night, they say they heard that hacker say he was watching their every move.
I just want people to be aware, because we got this Ring camera thinking about one thing, which was our dog, watching our puppy.
That's just horrifying, and the couple reported that incident to Ring, which says it is investigating the issue and taking steps to better protect the device. It also said this is not related to a breach or a compromise of security.
Talk about creepy.
Yeah, just being woken up by that voice, taken over. I can't even imagine.
A good warning for people who have that. Now they can be aware. It's a possibility. Well, teen climate activist Greta Thunberg is Time's Person of the Year.
Yeah, she's the youngest person ever to hold that title.
The 16-year-old has become the face of the youth climate change movement. Her appearances and speeches draw large crowds. Some welcomed her call for world leaders to do more to stop climate change, but others have criticized her sometimes combative tone. Time said she was chosen as Person of the Year because her voice transcends backgrounds and borders.
All right, well, Christmas exactly 2 weeks away. Hard to believe, but Spectrum employees here on Oahu are already in the giving mood. They dropped off over 250 gifts to Catholic charities Hawaii and Makiki today. Employees donated a number of household items that seniors might need. Volunteers will wrap the gifts and give them to the kupuna before Christmas.
Great to see.
You can see that. Hard to believe it's only 2 weeks away from Christmas.
I know,
already.
time flies.
Definitely.
Well, coming up on KITV4 Island News at 10 o'clock, it's a program to meet the needs of the homeless by bringing the shelter to them.
Tonight, we get an inside look into the city's latest effort to get those without a home the help that they need. And when we come back, the latest on that breaking news, that fire in Makiki we've been following, plus a last check of your sports and weather.
You're watching KITV4 Island News. We'll be right back.
This segment of KITV4 Island News is sponsored by Hawaiian Host.
There's a special moment when everything falls into place just so. That's the feeling you experience with each piece of Hawaiian Host original chocolate-covered macadamias. This holiday season, share that perfect moment with your loved ones and Hawaiian Host.
You know when you go to Ross for a few gifts and realize, oh yeah, you should have gotten a cart? That's Yes for Less. Get gifts for everyone on your list and save 20 to 60% off department store prices at Ross. Yes for Less.
Did you know that HECO's rates are continuing to go up? Did you know that federal tax credit for solar is going down soon? Did you know that Ponchos can build you an Outback off-the-grid system with average savings between $100 to $400? Larger systems are available. Did you know that Ponchos can build you a customized battery system for your home that can fit your needs and your budget? Did you know that you can start small and expand? Now you know. Poncho Solar, locally owned and trusted statewide.
When you feel like Vegas, there's just one place to stay. Grab a drink at the Holo Holo Bar. There's just one place to play. We got a fresh, hot look, a new sports book. We got those local meals, just like Auntie cooks. Aloha spoken here.
Look now at thecal.com.
Seriously? No surprises?
Well, it's free checking, and they pay you back for ATM fees, which is pretty special.
That's surprising.
Yeah, but it's not a surprise.
Good. I hate surprises!
Hey, sis.
Oh my God! You know I hate surprises.
Free checking account options that pay you back. Just one of the perks of membership. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
You know when you find a gift at Ross and you're not sure who will be more excited? You?
Oh, yeah.
Or them? That's Yes for Less. Be a rock star this season and save big on gifts they're gonna love. At Ross, Yes for Less.
Back now to that breaking news of a building fire in Makiki. The Honolulu Fire Department is at the scene of 1121 Wilder Avenue. That's an apartment complex. This is a live look from our tower camera. Firefighters were called around 6:30 tonight. We're hearing of a possible fire on the 13th floor of the building, but that's not confirmed yet. At this time, Wilder Avenue is closed between Pensacola Street and Thurston Avenue. And we'll continue to bring you the latest online and on KITV4 Island News at 10 o'clock tonight. Pete.
Take you out to the North Shore. Rico shot this pic, some huge waves at Pipeline today, and the waves will be even bigger tomorrow. We're expecting in some spots 25, maybe up to 30 footers. That's the bigger spots. Not everywhere will be that big, but it's possible in some of those normally bigger spots for North Shores, West Shores at 15 and 20. High surf warnings in effect. A couple light showers for windward spots. Outside of that, relatively dry in most locations. We'll do our 9th Island forecast if you are heading on out. A little cool weather in Las Vegas. We're expecting temperatures right around 60 on Saturday. Sunday, middle 50s and breezy. We'll bring it back a little closer to home, and we're expecting that breezy weather to build in on Friday. A couple scattered showers as well. Brandy.
Thanks, Pete. Green alert. The world's best big wave surfers are sleeping in Pe'ahi, Maui tonight. That's because the Jaws Big Wave Championship has been called on for tomorrow. Jaws is the world's premier paddle-only big wave event. The contest delivers incredible waves and gnarly wipeouts, massive barrels that eat you up and spit you out upside down, like this. In the men's division, 24 surfers will compete for top prize. 10 are in the women's contest this year as well. We'll bring you the very latest tomorrow during KITV4 Island Sports.
getting that rest that they need.
And that was a live shot of Eddie Dowd there, right?
Eddie would go.
Doing his thing.
Eddie, do not go. Do not go.
not up there. All right. Well, sometimes a mistake turns out to be all right.
That's right. An elderly woman in New Mexico who needed a walker accidentally called the wrong number. She thought she was calling a medical supply store, but it turns out she messed up the last digit of that phone number, and she actually left a voicemail with a special agent at the district attorney's office. Instead of telling her that she had the wrong number, the agent and coworkers decided to pitch in and find a walker for her.
I put it on speakerphone and played it for everybody. It was a different kind of missed call, and it was kind of cute and humorous at the same time.
Oh, boy, you bought me lots of hugs. Oh, I just love you to pieces.
Oh, and they even went to her house to deliver the new walker to her in person. You can see that there.
It can go lower if you want it lower.
That is adorable. Glad that turned out with a happy ending.
Exactly, and glad they answered the phone. Sometimes you see the wrong number, you don't even pick it up, but what a sweet story.
Great to see. Well, thanks for being a part of Hawaii's only hour-long 6 p.m. newscast. You can stay connected by liking us on Facebook and by following us on Twitter.
You can also find KITV4 Island News on Roku or download our app. In the meantime, we'll see you tonight at 10.
Aloha.
See you then.
Good night.
Experience the bold, crispy, mouth-watering flavors Popeye's Louisiana Kitchen is serving up in each and every bite, providing closed captioning for KITV4 Island News.
True crime breaking news. New charges against R. Kelly, connected with an illegal marriage to a 15-year-old. And his girlfriend, Joycelyn Savage, resurfaces, now defending him. One of his first accusers is here, revealing all she knows. Plus, the horrific tragedy in Pennsylvania. A mom accused of hanging her 2 children, staging their murder to look like a suicide. All New Oz.
Dr. Oz, weekdays on KITV.
How's it going? Next up.
This holiday season, make the most of your road home. Hurry in. Receive a credit of up to $4,500 on select models now through January 2nd.
Island Style, where we are honored to tell your story every Saturday at 6:30 p.m. right here on KITV. And we are honored to partner with Ward Village and all the locally owned businesses that make Ward Village their home for live, work, and play. That's every Saturday at 6:30 p.m. right here on KITV.
Aloha, I'm Paula Akana. Join KITV4 Island News as we celebrate some very special wahine in Hawaii's remarkable women. From fighting for equality to excelling in careers that were once unheard of for women, they've all left their mark on our island communities and for some, the world. Each month, we'll share a different story of their sacrifices and achievements. Hawaii's remarkable women, only on KITV4 Island News at 6.
Hawaii's Remarkable Women is sponsored by Levitt, Yamane, and Soldner.